fucking go.
But I love this catchphrase. I love how we start these
LFG, baby.
episodes. Yes, hello, welcome to Journeyman. Yes, another fucking rugby league podcast. There's lots of them. I'm going to get into what's on today's show to begin with, gents. We are going to forensically get into Origin. I don't know if anybody else is doing that. We are going to dig deep into State of Origin. We're going to look at absolutely everything. We're also going to take a look at the Tigers. Oh, they might be headed for another wooden spoon. But the good news is the three of us, we're going to fix them today here on the pod. There's a coaching job going at the Eels. A few names bandied about. We'll give our opinion on those and maybe toss up a couple of others. There's also, I've got a brand new segment for you boys that I didn't tell you about, and it's off the back of you.
I love surprises.
Latsy, you are such a wonderfully positive influence on my life at a time when I think I needed it. You are a very positive person. He is, isn't he, Toby?
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, and I've got Gravity 1 and 2 with me today.
Well, yeah.
Stealing my oxygen and bringing me down.
You're a wonderful influence. So I thought we could do a segment called The Positive Pod, where we just talk about how wonderful everything is, how much we love certain things.
I love that.
Love certain, mainly about
Cost of
rugby
living.
league.
I love cost of living.
No, hey, don't drag us down.
Losing football games. Let's
Positive things about rugby league. And finally, there is apparently a Jimmy Maloney Would You Rather. It's been sent in to the pod. Charlie has now texted it to me. He's told me it's worse than the one he did the first week.
Which we had to bleep.
Can I ask, where is Maloney?
Well, you tell me. You brought Maloney to this pod. Where is he today?
I think he's booked into the hairdresser and it's a fair job.
Got to hack that ponytail off.
Yeah, nah, fuck half our luck and maybe fucking fix his voice up as well.
I think he's at the throat doctor getting some shit scraped
Yeah.
off.
So
Seeing
great.
Lockie's doctor.
Now, those two voices you're hearing to my left, current Cronulla Sharks enforcer.
Whoa.
Toby Rudolph. Welcome, Toby. How are you?
I'm very good, James. How are you?
I'm very good. And Dragon salesman. Are you? What are you doing for the Dragons? Are you?
Job title actually
Yes.
says partnerships executive, and I've added / ambassador because I have to do all the promos.
Oh, good on you.
I'm hosting a members function on Sunday, and I'm going to be hung as F because I haven't drank for a long time. If you haven't seen 60 Minutes, tune in this week. So that's going to be a blast.
Okay.
Thank God you haven't been one of these blokes that just constantly talks about how you're not drinking, because you haven't mentioned it to Toby or I.
Why are you saving it for the day before you have to do that thing?
To be fair, I forgot I had this thing on, and
Yeah.
I just got that mentality. You know, I just bite the mouth guard, I push through, even though I'll probably be in a freaking fetal position.
Do you reckon the
all morning.
Dragons execs might watch this and go, well, this man isn't very
No, they
professional
know
anymore?
there's low expectations with me, especially when it comes to drinking.
Okay, lovely.
Obviously, a lot of chat around Shane Flanagan
Yep.
changing the Dragons' fortunes. Do you think it's actually you in the
In the background?
in the background selling to? Who'd you sell to? What?
Mate, partners, sponsors, hospitality. Mate, and look, I've just had a chat to Shane. I said, stay positive, mate. I go, life is all about
Keep your chin up.
rainbows. Yeah, honestly, keep your chin up.
You are very positive, and we'll get into that a little bit later on with that segment. Huge response to episode 2. Toby, main response was, where's Toby? He's our favourite.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it was. I actually listened in and I literally heard you say the analysis is far greater without me here. So
Did I don't
great to
remember
be
that.
back.
We
Great to
did
be
go in
back,
Johnny
yeah.
Depp last week with Jammer on and
Oh, Jammer's,
Maloney.
man.
They were great.
Jammer's wild. He just gets so just deep and passionate and just, I'm from Liverpool. It's just crazy, mate.
This week's going to be way funny without him and Jimmy.
Yeah,
here.
for sure.
And Jimmy Maloney, a side of him which he doesn't really like to show often. Geez, he's one hell of an analyst.
Yeah, well,
Under that hair
knows
is the
the
big
game.
brain.
yeah, he's a coach, so you'd want to sort of hope he had something going
Does he
for
want to
him.
be a coach though, coming on
know.
and being a part of this podcast?
We just had that chat at the coffee shop. We'll save it for a later pod.
Interesting response from the NRL community. Our second YouTube episode, which let me do that now. All our socials at Journeyman_footy. You can find us YouTube, TikTok, Insta. YouTube channel going really, really good. Huge response. Lots of comments based on the fact that both you and Jimmy Maloney said Suaalii was hard done by. And if anything, should have got man of the match.
Apologise.
I think Reece
to all
Walsh got his head out
Queensland
of the
fans.
way.
I stand by what I said though.
Yeah.
So the Queenslanders kicked off on YouTube. Anyway, this is episode 3 and you'll be able to find it in that same place. Let's start with how are you, Toby? Obviously, good win for you guys against the Bronx on
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yep.
You played very well. How's
you.
things?
Things are great. I just wanted to quickly point out again, I watched episode 2. I'm trying to stay relevant with what's
man.
going on here and noticed that not one person gave us a chance. So thanks for that, boys. Everyone picked the Broncos. There was an apology from you at least, but everyone else was very confident. So suck it from the back, essentially, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Was there any terminology like Broncos will flog them, Sharks don't stand a chance?
I'm pretty sure you said, you were the one that said flog. So yeah.
Well, mate,
Cheers.
there's one thing for sure. I have no clue about rugby league.
No,
so
okay, clearly not.
don't take it to heart. And you, Latsy, how has your week been? I spoke to you this morning and you did an 8K jog.
I did.
On purpose? Were you being chased?
No.
Or-
Yeah, I dropped the kids and then all the mums chased me out of school. No, mate. I train pretty hard. I've mentioned that to you. So I went for an 8K run today.
Yeah, who calls it a jog, by the way? It sounds like you got out
I
there
called
and
it a gallop.
trotted.
Do you not see my Instagram? I wrote morning gallop and put a picture of a horse. So
That's funny.
Yeah, and then I'll probably box this afternoon. I'm just getting
Really?
after it. Yeah,
You're right into it.
love it. I love training. I wish I had this attitude when I played rugby
Yeah,
league.
you did. Did you have were you a hard trainer when you were?
Yeah, I trained hard on the field, not so much in the gym.
Extras
I was a
okay.
distraction in the gym.
Yeah, I can say
Because I was, you know what it's like. Afternoon, you're fatigued.
Yeah.
And morning, I'd be fresh, good to go. But yeah, Arvo, flatten out.
Now, let's talk a bit of quick league if
Yep.
we can.
if we have to.
Sharks turned around their form a touch. What's been the difference this week, mate? Or last week, I guess.
Last week, well, the things that we sort of spoke about were against Parramatta and Penrith. Well, Penrith was a bit of a disaster, but we turned up physically for both games, but we just sort of went away from what was working for us, and that was working hard for one another off the ball. We're all sort of, we've got a team full of powerful ball carriers, but if you sort of tend to focus on yourself and what's working for you and not sort of, you don't want to help out your teammate, then that sort of will tend to bite you in the ass in the long run. So we addressed that, and, we were I thought, and it felt very connected out there. Everyone was sort of bum touching, high fives, that sort of stuff. And, when you're a team that celebrates those little moments in games, you tend to sort of get over the top of an opponent. So, yeah, it was really good. It was a good week. We sort of, jumped the Broncos at home, and we had a little chat that they filled up their stadium to watch us, and that was a nice little... You like that?
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
I like that sort of gear.
Mate, I never doubted that you wouldn't beat them up
Shut
there.
up.
And you know what? I'm even going to go on the pod, on the record, and go, you're going to go back-to-back in beating Brisbane teams this week and beat the Redcliffe Dolphins.
Okay.
There we go. How are we feeling about that? Obviously, some big news this week on Tommy Flegler with his shoulder injury, potentially gone for the season, but maybe done fully, which is obviously, not good. He's got nerve damage on his shoulder.
Retirement.
Yeah, Wayne said something in the media about, not good.
I haven't heard. Have you heard?
I haven't
So
heard that
whether
either.
that's something to do with, you remember Simon Dwyer? How he
Yes,
he had
Oh,
something
same
similar.
thing. Yeah, right.
Potentially, I'm not a doctor
yeah.
or physio, but I'm just going off what I read in the media.
Wow.
Yeah, so fingers crossed that obviously,
Hopefully he's sweet.
he comes back from that. But
Can I ask you with the Dolphins,
Yeah.
do you look at them when they do the celebrations and everybody does that?
I have a story about that.
Do you, because the Sharks as an organisation have existed for 60 years.
Yeah.
But never occurred to any of you blokes to do that.
Okay.
And now this is their,
I have.
and you're like, fuck, it was right in front
surely
of us.
David Peachy back in the day.
So I have an exquisite story about this. Exquisite story.
Exquisite terminology.
Thank you very much. So, firstly, I played for both clubs, actually. I was a Queensland Cup representative, won a grand final at Clive Churchill with the Dolphins. Let's go. Anyway, so when I went to watch...
Can you not say Clive Churchill? It's not a Clive Churchill.
it's a Duncan Hall medal. It's a Duncan
What
Hall
is
medal.
it?
Duncan Hall.
Oh, yeah. Great man.
Great man. Dunk. Anyway, back to my story. So, I watched Liam Knight play for South for his return game from his ACL last year in the reserve grade game. The first grade game was the Dolphins against Canberra. I think it was in Tamworth or Dubbo or one of the country towns. Anyway, in like the sort of members section, there was the Dolphins sort of executives and the men leading the charge for them, and I knew two of them by name. Bob Jones was one, and then there was three others that were just leading the way. And they pulled me aside and they go, "Toby, we have something to tell you." This is when the Phins Up had just started to come out and it was all going, and they said, "Do you remember when you were at the Sharks in 21? We played. This story's going different tangents here. We played in Redcliffe when we were in the bubble up there." At halftime, I was interviewed, and they're like, "How does it feel to be back at Redcliffe?" I said, "Oh, it's my spiritual home. I love it here. Let's go Sharks, up the Fins," like that. They saw that. They stole it. This is the execs telling me this, and they used it for their marketing campaign for their team.
You own Phins Up?
I asked for the royalties, and I got shown the front door.
That was like
Fair
when
income.
That really happened. That whole story. Thanks.
he used my image on his show on the old TV show he used to be on for a whole year in the background.
Did we not
Asking,
pay
remember
for
I
that?
message on
did.
Instagram and go, I want an
You want
appearance
some
fee every week.
royalties.
Because people go, "Oh man, it's so funny seeing you in the background." I'm like, what are you talking about? Every week. I'm like, mate, it's not that funny.
Okay.
Now, I've got something similar to that.
Okay.
Well, sort of, but not, before I do that, I've got a feeling, I think it's Andrew Barney that I used to work with that had that whole thing about the Dolphins and how the Sharks didn't see it. So if I've ripped it off Barney, I apologise.
Okay.
He might even do it as a stand-up bit.
Okay.
He's a lot funnier than me, so he would probably nail it. So if he watches this, sucked in Barney, I just stole it. Salary sombrero. You know how everybody says Roosters, salary sombrero?
Yeah,
That's fucking mine.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did you come up with that? Like, is it a?
It was a
saying
skit I
or-
did on Matty Johns' show.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
No, it's not a saying. So the whole thing it was explaining to people that didn't understand the salary cap, what the salary cap is. And I used hats. And the punchline at the end was that the Roosters have a salary sombrero. Yes. And so now every
So all
motherfucker
three of us
uses
have
it.
been ripped off at this table then.
Seems that way.
Well, two of us.
Huh?
Okay, good. Hey, just a reminder that Budgey Smuggler honours our apparel partner. I'm going to start with the hoodies. These things are absolutely magnificent. You're wearing yours today, Toby. It is like wearing a hug.
It is indeed.
I stupidly wore it all week and I got a nacho stain on it.
It's got tendonitis too.
I got oil on it. I don't know how to get it out, but it is their epic, the Budgey Smuggler jumper. Then we're also wearing the hats. They're available. You've got the Budgey. I've got the chili. They're so comfortable on my head.
Yep.
Is it comfortable on your head?
It feels like my head's getting hugged.
Yeah.
Latsy isn't wearing a hat because he can't wear a hat because
Yeah,
he looks
I've got a big
ridiculous in
head.
it.
Can you put your hat on him? Just you got to see Latsy with a hat. This is the greatest
Hey,
thing
you're
ever.
safe today, no jocks.
This actually, although this might take away from Budgey Smuggler.
Bro, that's big on me.
You look like a kindergarten kid in school. I don't know why.
Well, you know who my young blokes claim the Cheers Fellas hat. Loves it. Looks mad on him.
Yeah, right.
Beautiful. Now, also, they've got a new underwear range.
Feedback.
They got new underwear, which
No.
we got some behind us. I'm wearing it, I think. Let me see. I might
look.
just say my Bututski. Hold on, here.
Yeah, you're not that front heavy. Oh, wait.
No, we got banned for doing that. Am I wearing it?
Yes.
Yes, jellyfish.
I'm wearing it too, actually. I'll show you mine as well.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm wearing it as well.
So that's the.
Oh, no, sorry. Sorry, I'm wearing undies. Sorry. I thought I was. My apologies, boys. I thought I had undies on, and I don't. I don't have undies on.
Oh, bro, that's so good. Oh, that's going to cup.
Anyway,
All right, we'll get the
Bro,
pixelator
and you have
in.
a skivvy. Yuck.
moving on. Yeah,
That
mate.
was so
I can
good.
be you. You can't be me. You were mutilated as a child.
That was
Don't
fucking
come with
awesome.
that. Yeah, thank
Professor
you.
looks scarred.
No, I just didn't expect a penis. I mean, I worked in rugby league for a long
I went to stand
time.
up too, but
You almost sounded scared. Oh.
I was like, oh.
No. You're like an 80-year-old lady that said, oh.
And just
Do
a
they get
reminder,
that small?
this is for our apparel partner.
Yeah. I wasn't wearing any apparel. I need to.
It's a big thanks to Budgey for being involved for the first 3 shows.
Great to have you guys. Cheers,
They
Lenny.
are available at Budgey Smuggler. Get on the website, www.budgeysmuggler.com. I'm assuming AU. And if you go there and you're buying the underwear, you can get the jellyfish, you can get the
Toby edition.
there's the invisible undies, which are great.
The skivvy option.
Yeah, you can get 23% off our comfy AF new underwear collection. Get there for Budgey Smuggler. I bloody love it.
Mate, I told you about me budgie story in Las Vegas, didn't I?
No,
I don't think I've heard this, no.
I went there for Josh Mansell's Bucks.
Yeah.
Day 4.
Okay.
Really enjoying myself. Decided to wear the budgies all day at the pool party.
Nice.
I have an image to show you as well, but quite funny on SEN radio one day with James Magnuson, who...
the missile.
The swimmer.
When did he go to Olympics?
2008.
No.
No idea.
2012.
Made it up. Yep.
He would have been 012. So.
Might have been 16.
012.
Was it
Rio?
16?
12, London. You know what?
Was it 16?
2021, Japan.
Was 2016.
He was at the Olympics.
yeah.
I know, he was a bigger star than me, but he goes, I saw you at the pool party in your budgies, and he could recognise me across the pool. Never come over and introduce himself. Bit arrogant missile. Port Macquarie boy too,
Wow.
but I was wearing the Python ones.
Oh, that's great.
Let
I
me
don't
zoom in.
know. We'll put the picture
I
up
can't
so
zoom
people
in.
can see
Yeah.
it. That's
You don't have to zoom in on that.
a beautiful, beautiful thing.
You're on today, Latsy. You're on
Let's
today.
fucking go.
Now, as promised, we're going to chat some Origin now. I don't know if any other show's doing this.
No, I think we're breaking
He's
ground
Origin,
here. I think we're breaking ground.
Latrell, I don't know if you've heard this.
Yep.
There's a bit of chat around
still
Latrell
talking about
maybe
him.
playing.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, every ex-Blues coming out. Willie Mason, Andrew Johns, Mitchell Pearce,
James
Jammer.
Maloney. James Maloney.
James Maloney.
Yeah.
They were calling for it last week on our show.
Yep.
Latrell. What do we say that nobody else has said?
He strikes fear into Queenslanders.
Well, Willie said that.
Everyone said that. Everyone has said that.
Let me read this to you. This is from Nicolucci, right, in the Sydney Morning Herald. He said, intimidation, communication, defensive patience, versatility, and X factor.
Big game
These
player.
are the five reasons Latrell Mitchell must be New South Wales left centre for Origin 2. Has he left anything out of those 5 things?
No, well, I guess is there a word for getting under someone's skin? Pest?
Yeah.
Niggler?
Yeah. Antagoniser?
Yeah.
Yeah. Better word.
Anything else he's left out?
Mate, he's performed on the big stage that many times.
He's a winner.
We sort of spoke about it last week.
He's never lost in the centres once playing for New South Wales. He's never lost in the centres.
So you have done a bit of research.
Very good.
I'm surprised.
Playing the dumb guy, I forgot the jocks, but he's been doing his research.
I like this, though, where it's like 5 sort of words to sum up a player. Just 5 words. I thought we could do it with you.
Yes. Yes.
Do we
Toby,
get
you can do Toby, and
I'll
you can
All
do Latzi. Who wants to go first? Just give me one
go
word
first.
for Latzi.
All right, stationary. Base out with a hyphens. That's one word.
Okay.
Base out. Funny.
Yeah. That's not a player.
So you're getting picked for Origin because
So
he's funny?
off the field, mate, I can think of 5 words off the bat on the field.
Apologies.
Hard work. Oh, shit, am I talking about myself?
No. This is still me. I'll go impact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bench warmer. That's 2 words. That's 2
There we
words.
go.
No, that's 2 words.
Very good. That's great. And you've got 5 words for...
Yeah. Liability, because you miss heaps of tackles.
Okay, yep. Fair.
Nah, strong carry. That's
Okay.
1 word.
That's hyphen,
What else?
3 more.
Fun off the field.
That's 1 word. That is definitely 1 word. Yeah.
I just
I've
think
got 2, not circumcised.
Yeah. Oi, hectic skivvy.
Nice. That's 1 word
We
as well.
touched the table, so the boys are going to have to get the wipes out. And I'm done. You're an impact player too. I did notice you're
Impact.
starting this week.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Started
by
last week
default
too.
because Tommy's injured, but all good.
Started last week too. But
Yeah, no, I didn't watch.
Cool.
Very good exercise. If you are rugby league players and you're sitting around with your rugby league mates, come up with 5 words.
For us too.
Now, we were chatting about this before. Latrell Mitchell, right? There was a bit of chat around that Madge wants Latrell to walk up to him to say, I want to be in the team. I want to bleed blue. He and Madge are going to be at the same. I got this off Phil Rothfield. Have you heard of Buzz?
a couple times.
He's been a journo for a bit. He said that they are going to be at the same event on Saturday night. So obviously the Bunnies play Friday. Saturday night is the 10-year premiership reunion for South City. South Juniors. Madge in the room, Latrell in the room. Will Latrell walk up and say, "G'day, Madge. Is there a spot open for me?"
You know what's going to happen for sure.
Can we send someone undercover to film it? We got the moment.
Where will it happen in there? And what will
I don't know if they'll get pulled aside or something, but like Tom Burgess, knowing him, he'll just make a scene of it and he'll be like, "Oh, Madge, oh Latrell, oh you guys, maybe you
he'll
guys
put them together.
Yeah,
Wouldn't it be
that's-
great if
yeah.
he got Tom had a few schooners, get up
Yeah.
on stage and go, "I'd love to call up Madge
Oh,
and
and
Latrell."
Yeah. Yeah.
Or over the trough. Not bad piece there, Madge. I'd love
Yeah.
a crack at the Origin team.
But
Yeah.
what? Yeah, you could do it like a blind date though, right?
Yeah.
Where he goes, "Oh, hey Latrell, Sammy Burgess wants to have a word to you in the men's room," and then he goes to Madge and say, "Hey Madge, Sammy Burgess wants to have a word to you in the men's room." 2 of them in there together.
Yeah.
Pretty wild though, Sam Burgess flying from England
Yeah,
just
no.
for the one
Oh,
day.
I met one of the Burgess boys. I can't tell them apart. Okay.
Yeah, he just played in the Challenge Cup final.
Yeah, he did.
Coach,
He did.
sorry, yeah.
He
They
did.
lost.
And lost.
And you know, George Burgess, we ran into him in an airport lounge recently, is doing Spartacus.
Yes, I did know that. Yeah, over in New Zealand.
Yeah.
On a 6-week shoot.
Yeah, not bad. Looking massive. All right. Obviously, bit of chat around Nico. Very good mate of yours.
Yeah.
How was Nico post that first Origin?
Yeah, look, he. I'm gonna get hot and sweaty here because this is a.
Well, don't get yourself into trouble.
I'm worried. Yeah, I'm worried I might say something that
Don't
get me
take
in
your
trouble.
pants off.
Okay, if I get into trouble, I'll just do that, just a little safety valve. No, look, he obviously was very disappointed after the way the game went down, and his performance in it. I felt sorry for him. Obviously, like he had the one man go down. Suoli, of course, playing with 12 men is never easy, and it wasn't like a lack of trying from Nico. Like he was trying his guts out, but he's almost just trying too hard, and boys sort of weren't going with him and all that. But well, he was very obviously bitterly disappointed. And, he went away over the weekend, I know that, and went up the coast and just sort of took some time off. And but since he's been back, he's been nothing but a positive energy and been straight back into his leadership role. And it's like nothing's fazed him. So Look, I think he's going to obviously look to respond this week against the Dolphins. And look, it's good to have him back and good to have him in high spirits because, he's a crucial member of our team and I love playing alongside him. So.
I think it's obviously a hard lose as an attacking player, losing one man straight from the start. And Jimmy Maloney touched on it last week about the defense stuff, and that's sort of where they'll let down massively and playing the field possession game. I think that's what sort of hurt him, but the effort thing, like he had over 20 carries.
Yeah.
He tried his ass off, but you can only imagine you've prepared for 10 days and you go out there and the plan's out the window. So I don't think some of it's got to fall onto the coaching staff and the messages they were sending out.
Yeah.
And how they played that game.
He's very unlucky though. His 2 Origin starts.
Yeah.
One he gets thrown into centre.
Yeah.
And then the other one he loses his centre in the 8th minute. So, I mean, you want him just to get a chance to have a proper crack.
Yeah.
Basically.
Sure.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
Yeah.
And hopefully it does happen for him.
sure
But, yeah.
Well, big game tomorrow, playing against obviously a Queensland-based team. So New South
correct.
Wales versus Queensland, essentially. Let's go.
Yeah, there you go. Bang on.
Redcliffe's first visit to Shark Park too.
It is the first
my
visit,
David
yeah.
Middleton stat check in the background.
Battle
Hey.
of the Fins. Battle of the Fins.
Let's do a few, obviously the next Origin taking place in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Spiritual home of rugby league. It's very big down there.
Is that from Peter Volandi's mouth?
He
He hates Victoria.
No.
He does. He does.
And racing Victoria
I was
too.
going to say, that's got nothing
Mate.
to do with it, does
Yeah.
it? Here's a few Melbourne Origin facts. How many? Oh, actually, let's do it as a little quiz. That's cool.
Yeah.
How many games have been played in Melbourne?
4.
5.
Friendship.
You said 4, 6. Well done, guys.
it's little.
How many has New South Wales won?
2.
Nah. I'll go 5.
4.
Oh, I was way off.
It has a record for the largest crowd in Origin history. Can you take a guess to the nearest 1,000?
89,000.
Yeah, because it's MCG. I reckon that'll be close. But nah, I'll go over. I'll go 91.
Booyah, 91,513.
Sorry.
And they are pushing to get a bigger crowd for this one.
Yeah.
Obviously, they'll send
Gillian
around.
McLaughlin's helping them with the recruitment drive down there.
Yeah. I wonder if they lie to people in Melbourne, say they're taking them to like a Bombers game or something. Fill the buckets.
Gotcha.
Who's blue? Is there a blue team?
Yeah, Carlton Blues, mate.
Carlton Blues.
But they wear a
That's
black
good. We're coming to
jersey.
a
But they
Blues.
wear a black
It's
jersey.
Navy.
Exactly.
I'm colourblind, so
You're coming to a Blues game, good shout.
yeah, nice.
Put them on the buses.
And then the Maroons. Yeah.
Well, that's Brisbane.
Essendon
Well, they're
Lions.
saying there's going to be 70% Queenslanders down there.
There are anyway. We spoke about this last week
Yeah,
with
but
Melbourne Storm.
that was what I heard. I don't understand how, because they had the Queensland era of dominance down there with Slater, Cronk, and Smith. Is that why?
And then you look at the New Zealand Warriors, they're predominantly Brisbane.
Yeah, I know that literally everyone out in New South Wales supports Queensland, which annoys the shit out of me.
Well, they're better. We're shit.
All right, hey, should we do a bit of around the grounds, other NRL stuff that's floating around?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, what do we got?
We spoke at the top about the Tigers. I don't know how much you can say on this, being a current player.
Yep. I'll have a crack.
Yeah,
I'll have a
right.
crack.
Staring down the barrel of a third wooden spoon in a row. I think that's right.
Do you have to play him again, though? I don't want to put that energy out there that
we
you just
do.
play him and lose to him.
We do.
Have either of you ever gotten a wooden spoon? Surely, Latsy.
No.
Close?
2015, we played Knights in the last game.
Who were you?
I was at Penrith.
Yep.
And loser was going to get wooden spoon, but we ended up going from potentially 16th to like 11th. Like it was close at the back end, but the Knights got it.
But what about the turnaround in the Panthers club from
I was just about to say that. 2015, you said?
Yeah, well, 14 we made the prelim. We got the week off. That was when we beat Maloney's team when they were the number 1, we were 4.
Yeah.
Then we just went to shit 2015.
What happened? You? Sorry.
No, I actually don't know.
So why have the Panthers done that, right? That turnaround. The Broncos?
Yeah.
So what are
were number
they,
one.
5 years ago? And then grand final a couple of years later?
I think the thing with the Broncos is a lot of them boys were probably put in before they were ready.
Yeah, they were very young.
And
They were
they've
so
got,
young.
And a big thing with the NRL is getting consistent at week in, week out football. So I think it's taken them a while to build to that level. Obviously, a superstar comes in last year in Reece Walsh, leadership of Adam Reynolds, and
Yep.
booyah, they made the grand final.
Great analysis.
So on that, then the Tigers, who haven't been able to do that, they get Jerome Luai.
Yeah.
Will he be an Adam Reynolds?
Well, hopefully they keep Galvin, Stefano,
Yeah.
and all the boys, because you look at their spine, Buller,
Appy.
Luai, Galvin, and then Appy Coruscant.
Yeah.
Mate, that is a fantastic spine. So they've got some good outside backs. They probably still short a few players. Forwards, they're probably short a few too, but they've got a lot of, like we're just talking about the boys coming through. All these boys, the Fainu brothers, they're all getting a bit of exposure. Probably not next year, but the year after, if they can manage to keep everyone.
Yeah, I think
it's
something I'll say on like the Tigers is I've been at the Sharks for a few years now, and there were times when we weren't too crash hot, didn't make finals one year, and there was a fair bit of outside noise. Obviously, the Tigers have got a lot worse. They've made finals since 2009 or 11, whenever it was, and I think they just get a bit more beaten up than any other club in the NRL at the moment. But with what you're saying, the players they have there, if they can just get through this tough time, and then they can be the Tigers team that the Panthers are being right now. They can honestly, if they can just get through this moment and not look for any outs and just really knuckle down and actually just take ownership. No, this is our club now. We're the young boy. We're 18 years old, most of them, but we can actually, if we decide to have a crack and actually put some love and hard work into this club, blood, sweat and tears, mate, it could be their team, it could be their side, and they could really, they can do something special there. They really can. They just need to get through this tough time, but it's just because it's been such a long, tough time, it's hard to sort of see the other side.
Well, isn't that funny? So it is a tough time. Obviously, huge weight on Benji's shoulders.
Massive.
Benji goes away, has a little bit of R&R in Fiji, and everybody tees off on him.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's a bit unfair. Do you? I mean, everybody talks about the optics of it. Your team's lost 8 in a row. You go to Fiji. Do you care? Do either of you care that he did that?
Well, one shoe. I'm a father, and my family mean the world to me, and I know how much Benji loves his family, and he's a family man. But yeah, then on the other shoe, you've got obviously this football team that is struggling. But what are you meant to do? Sit at home and go, you're not going to solve the problem staying at home on your own, right?
No.
So have a mental break, get away, refresh, come back with a fresh mindset. But as our tall poppy world is, they're looking for anything. They're going to fucking tee off on Benji. Yeah. But look, something has to change there. Like I was at the game last week. 14-12 they win at halftime. They were beating the Dragons.
Yeah.
And they were playing well. And then they fucking come out and leak over 40 points. That's not good enough.
Well, mate, round 3 they did us. Yeah. Round 3 we rocked up and
look, that's nothing to write home about. But
coming first anyway. Yeah. Let's go. No, sorry. So
LFG.
Round 3, we sort of probably limped into the game a little bit, thinking that I'm versing the Tigers here, and probably took our eye off the prize a bit, not giving the respect they were due. Anyone can beat anyone on any given day in the NRL. So they have it in them. They really do. I said to all their players after the game, like, why don't you guys do this every week? You guys were, they had spiders on them. They were running.
What was their inspiring answer after that inspiring statement?
Did you, as in you just played against them, and then you said to them, why don't you do this every week? I would have been like, fuck off, mate.
That really happened.
Can you imagine that? Sorry, can we just envision this? Toby's going around shaking. Hey, boys, fuck, you should do that every week. Hey, you should do that every week. Hey, great game, happy.
These guys onto something.
We didn't think of that, Toby. Thanks, mate.
Benji, you don't need to go to Fiji anymore.
His idea.
Boy, that is a fucking great statement, bro. That's the best I've heard.
So, look, I really did say that.
You just think it. You did not.
I honestly said that. I didn't think about it right now and what it meant, but wow, genius from me.
If you're a player and listen to this.
Can we get that? Sorry, can we go back to Leichhardt and get that footage and find him going around shaking their hands?
I
Boys,
said it to John Bateman. I said it to John Bateman. I remember that. He took it really well.
Yeah.
I was like, mate, no, I was something along the lines of, you should do this every week, get the team for it. Maybe I added something in there that wasn't just
Do you know if he took it really well? Because you can't understand a word he said. He could have told you to.
It was smiling with his gleaming teeth at me. That's what I remember. But moving on, what else we got?
I see Benji. It's all the way you look at it, right? He could, if he'd come back and said, I was there looking for players.
Tax write-off.
Tax write-off.
Chestnut checkers. Yeah. Chestnut checkers.
Exactly.
We're looking at taking a game over there.
Oh, 100%. We're going to do a game there. I mean, look at the players that have come out of there. Semi-Rade Radra, Maka Sivo,
Kamikamitha,
Viliami Kikau. If Peter just said, I'm there looking for players, people wouldn't like good thinking. We need them.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's just like on the DL. I went for a holiday.
Oh.
Throwing everyone off.
That's even cleverer than what I thought. All right, Parramatta Eels, there's still a job going there. Have you applied, Latsy? You've had a big impact on the Dragons. You could...
Mate, I actually, as you know, that was one of my 5 clubs. But
did you play the Eels?
Yeah, that's where I debuted.
Oh, I know.
09, took into a grand final, played 7 games off the bench.
Did you play in the grand final?
No. Got a fair spray off Daniel Anderson there, actually.
Did ya? We'll get into coach sprays in a sec because that got a big response
that
last
actually
week.
Broke the internet.
Coach sprays. There's a few names that have been tossed up. One out of the box, Michael Checker.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that actually.
Well, but Checker was tossed up for the Dragons job.
Yeah.
As well. I think he was tossed up for the Tigers job. A lot of people don't know it, but he did grow up around rugby league.
He did, yeah.
Coach.
Did he? We coached Lebanon.
Yeah.
At the World
coached
Cup?
Lebanon.
Yep.
And they probably came top 4.
Yep.
I don't know where they came, but he speaks 6 languages.
Yeah, I knew that. No, isn't it only 4?
Oh, I just tossed 2 extra ones up.
Fair enough. There you go.
GST.
Also, he's made money in fashion.
yeah.
So he made money in jeans.
Yep. He has a couple fashion shops, a couple shops in Paris and Italy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he worked
Really?
for Colette
Yeah.
Dinnigan.
He's cashed. He's cashed.
That's why he doesn't need the money. And
Yeah.
if there's one joint where a bloke that sells jeans is needed, it's Parramatta because they all just wear traggy day.
Good one, Professor. Good one.
go
He's
around.
got him.
He's been sitting on that one.
And tick. That's a good joke. But he's a guy that could bring he's an intelligent guy, is what I'm saying.
He's just a leader. Like he's
Yeah.
been around the traps and he knows how to. Lebanon, did they make the quarterfinals? He knows how to get the best out of the individual.
Yep.
So if they can keep someone like Trent Barrett there, he seems to be a great assistant. He doesn't do great in the head coaching role, but keep him there because he's a freaking smart dude.
Yeah.
And put them people around him, and he's a leader.
So other names tossed up: Jason Rolls, Josh Hannay.
Hannay, that's your assistant.
That is my assistant.
Thoughts?
Could he do it?
Yeah.
Go, give him a shout out.
Is it? Is
Josh
his
Hannay.
resume?
Yes, you could, but I don't want you to. I actually really love having him as a coach. In the assistant role, he's obviously he can do the Parramatta role. He's been interim coach of the Cowboys and of the Sharks. He was my head coach for most of 2021. Very smart man, more than anything, and I think it's why he's involved in the Queenslander camps. He's such a good bloke. Like, you obviously hear that a lot in rugby league, but this guy is one that can be a leader of men because you sort of respect him so much as a human being. And very much like Latsy, our friend here, very positive ball of energy, positive light. The opposite to Gravity 1 and 2 here. But you know what? I actually really like Michael Cheika for the job, to be honest. I believe it or not, was watching NRL 360 recently. Sorry. And I saw Gordy giving Cheika, not Cheika a spray, but him just saying, has he coached a rugby league team? What does he know about rugby league? I don't think Wayne Bennett knows a whole lot about rugby league anymore. No. He just is a really good man manager, which Michael Cheika obviously is. I've had friends that have played under him in rugby for the Wallabies and have spoke nothing but high things about him. So if you have what you're saying to your point about Trent Barrett, he can be there sort of another coaches, whoever they are, just looking after the skill side of things. The main thing you want in a coach is you want to play for someone. And I think Michael Cheika could be that guy for Para. Sure. Go outside the box. I can go for it. Why not?
Well, he kidnaps players as well. That's his go.
Takes them with him.
No, so he, before the World Cup with the rugby union team, he got in Special Forces.
They're Argentina, yeah?
Sorry? No, not rugby league. So, yes, in...
Argentina, that was his team, wasn't it?
No, we coached the Wallabies. So when he was coaching the Wallabies, they had a camp in Brisbane. He basically didn't tell the players, he got them all kidnapped. And then...
They didn't know.
No, and then he interrogated them to see if they'd break.
Wow.
And give up. But it brought the team closer together. He tells us, they all tell the story about when they...
That's fit.
Mate, that's outside the box.
Yeah.
Maybe the Eels need to be kidnapped.
Yeah. Whoa. How would you feel about being kidnapped, Jeremy?
Kidnapped? Oh, I don't know.
Moving on. What else we got here?
Brandon Smith, obviously on the bye round on Monday, spoke about the breach notice he got handed. He missed a team meeting. First question, very obvious question. Have either of you ever had a breach notice?
Yep.
What did you get yours for? Do we want to go into it?
One, I can't go into it. Another one, in 2019, when I first got to the Sharks, was coming back from an ACL tear. I was working at F45 at the time, and I told the performance staff I won't be there at the time I'm meant to be there. I'll be there half an hour late because I'm working or whatever. The physio told Andrew Gray, who was our head of performance at the time, I go to training half an hour late. Andrew Gray tells me to go home. I was living in Maroubra at the time. And I was like, there's no way I'm going home. I told everyone what time I was going to be here at. He goes, no one told me. I said, that's your fucking problem, not my problem. I'm training now or I'm going home. He goes, go home. So I drove my bike home. I swore at him a couple more times. And I got a breach notice about it.
What was it? What did it feel like when you got the breach notice?
Owie. Sorry.
Really? was it like...
No, it was a bit like... It was a bit scary. It was a bit...
Sounds like it, yeah.
I was just, I was there... I was only there for about 9 months at the time, or a bit less than that, and none of the boys liked me at this time as well. This is when the Sharks all hated me. So having a breach notice on top of all that wasn't the best feeling. But, made me a better player. And
yeah. So did it turn you around? Will it turn Brandon around? Will
it turn Brandon? I know Brandon a little bit, not too well. But look, a breach notice is a pretty serious thing. You get 2 more of them when you're gone, and everyone likes money. So if you want to keep getting paid.
It sounds like a pretty honest mistake, though. He just
that's what I heard as well.
It's not like he was out on a bender or he was somewhere he shouldn't have been. He just got his schedule wrong, which is human error.
So is that a bit harsh to get a breach notice?
I think that, again, without sounding like Einstein, I think there's probably other things that have happened which is related to then issuing the breach notice.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Have you got anything you want to add into the weekly NRL stuff we should discuss there, Latsy? I know you always...
You got some notes. You said absolutely none of them. You had a go at me for not bringing any. How about you actually...
No, this is when he shines. This is when he shines. Watch this.
No. I just had budgie memory. I had the locker room sprays. If
yes,
we wanted to go into that.
So Gutho.
That was my cue to remember.
I was going to go. Gutho gave Peter Goff a spray following the Blake Wilson try.
Who's Peter Goff?
Is it Peter Goff?
Referee.
The referee.
Oh, he's a referee.
And it was like a minute and a half.
It was fair.
A tirade, and he basically said, "You cost us the game." But it went on. I can't remember a player giving it to a ref like that, and the ref just standing and taking it.
Yeah.
And did he get in trouble after it?
I'm not sure. Charlie, did he get anything for that? Nothing yet. No.
Did they say it was wrong? Because he was saying at the time, it was like, you're gonna come out. It's gonna be said it was wrong. Was it a wrong call? Did it come out as a wrong call? Whatever.
No idea.
I don't know either.
I only read the headline.
Yeah.
Cool. Good research, boys.
I was on my way. I'm funny in that it was entertaining, but I can see how it's not a great look.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I clicked especially when kids are watching the game
that's
at
right,
home.
and you shouldn't be questioning that. Yeah.
But then it couldn't have been that bad if they haven't issued anything after the game.
He wasn't disrespectful about it all. Like, he wasn't like swearing at him.
No.
He just sort of was very sternly and passionately, as his
Peter
text
Sterling.
assigned.
Oh, Peter Stern.
Sternly. He was sternly.
Peter Sterling. I love that word.
Locker room sprays, Jeremy. What do you got?
Anyway, off the back of that, there's lots of sprays happening.
Cool.
That was a spray. Last week you did locker room sprays, and it derailed. But why don't you reset what your idea is for Toby?
Yeah.
And then we can get into it. Or is it pretty self-explanatory?
No. I was going to ask, do you have any locker room sprays? Because obviously, and I'll touch on a few of mine in a minute. I was a bit lazy at times early in my career, so I got told in a certain way by coaches, but I don't think me and you were too similar in defence, so I thought you may have copped the spray.
You'd think that, wouldn't you? But anyway. No, I never did. I never have so far.
Really?
Not for on-field stuff. Off-field's a different story. But yeah, no, on-field stuff has always been all right. I was in the room when a very, very young Adam Dewey, I believe 17 years of age, copped a massive spray after the game from a current NRL assistant coach. I can delve into that if you'd like.
Yeah, let's go.
hear it.
Mate, that's what this segment's about.
So we were playing, we might have been playing the Jets actually. It was Edric Lee. He intercepted the ball right at the end of the game. All week we'd previewed, don't throw a long ball on Edric Lee's wing. He's known for intercepts, obviously very tall, very fast. So if you get one, you're probably going to cost him a try. So I'm going to say for GST, 79th minute, right? Adam Dewey goes to the line, throws a massive cutout. Edric Lee, bang, gets the ball, runs down the sideline, scores a try. We lose on the bell. We were winning at the time. In the sheds after the game, this NRL coach, I'm just trying to think if he should remain nameless or not.
Yeah, don't name him.
Okay.
Don't name him.
We don't need a lawsuit.
Nah.
Yeah, because I don't like him. Cool.
Well, you can't say it now.
No, say it now, yeah. Say it now, yeah.
No. So this
just really throw everyone off. Just go Schmadam Schmo-Brian or something like that, so no one doesn't know Schmo-Brian.
Schmen Schmardner is his name.
Yeah.
So this guy just berated this young 17-year-old kid after the game. Literally, Adam Dewey, it's fucking your fault we lost this game.
Oh, wow.
Just giving it to him. And before he finished up and there's a bit of other stuff going on. Adam just picked up his stuff and left. I think he was a bit emotional as well, which I would be too in a situation. I was 21 at the time. If I was told that, I'd be bawling my eyes out. So, that was one that I can recall.
Nice.
I didn't know coaches were ever that direct.
Well, this
Flat
one's
out picking a player.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
in front of everyone.
I'll
Do
give you
all
a couple of
coaches
great
do this?
examples. On me, yeah. I must be like, just like, fuck that bloke, I want to spray him. So it was like it was my sixth game. God, that's a hard word for me to say with a lisp. My sixth game. We played against Penrith, out in Penrith, and that was 2009 when just before the boys went on a run, they dropped me, then they went on a run. It was like 34-32 the game. But anyway, I didn't tie in a couple of times, and at halftime, Daniel Anderson just launched into me and pretty well called me everything under the sun and how fucking lazy I am. First carry of the second half, boom, spilt me lollies. I was that nervous, proper rattled. Anyway, I was like, fuck. Walk into the video room after the game, like on Monday, Lattimore.
Oh,
Moi. And then my mate Brod Wright, he had a few up there as well. Anyway,
So what they put the names of the players.
literally, it was like and I'm like, fuck, they're definitely not highlights.
So it's saying what you're going to
Yeah,
discuss.
just had
So
your
it's
name.
Lattimore.
Then you click through it. Yeah. Anyway, so I've been dropped, walking home, absolutely shattered. Philly pulls up next to me. He goes, man, fuck, that shit you got dropped there, laddie. Can I have your tickets?
Always working in angry.
Mate.
Always working in
Boy,
angry.
and I was like, fuck, ruthless. There you go. And then I've spoken about the Anthony Griffin one.
Let's see the Anthony Griffin one.
That was in 2016 at Penrith. And anyway, this one, I still don't entirely think it was my fault because I had big CY Matangi in front next to me, and he's gone out and absolutely flattened the guy who's played out the back to Milford. So anyway, there's a big hole on the inside because Matangs would just fly out and level blokes. Anyway, it's like a massive hole. So I was heading towards the sideline, so I've gone out. Anthony Milford's just left me in the chair, stepped back in, scored under the post. Anyway, going at half time, and Garth Brennan, our assistant, pulls out the iPad. Mate, you got to stay square here. I go, Tongues doesn't level him. I go, I fucking have him on the inside to help me. Bro, Anthony Griffin's turned around and goes, oh, for fuck's sake, ladsy, you're fucking jumping at shadows out there. I look up, Pete Wallace and Mansour have walked into the other room laughing. I've gone like purple, like pink in the face. And he goes to Bryce Gray and he goes, you're fucking heading towards Mulgoal Road. Because we're both just sliding out. Anyway, I was like, yeah, sweet. That game, I responded better than I did in the Parramatta spray. I went out and I actually got a try in the second half, and we come back and to Murray Martin kicked a field goal to win. Nice. And then I got suspended, and that was the end of my Penrith career.
Nice.
Mate, love it. Very positive ending to that, which is going to lead to our next segment. It's called the Positive Pod, and it's basically I want you to say something that's, positive about the game. All right? I'm going to start with who is your favourite.
Sorry, is this sarcastic?
I know you're used to me being sarcastic, but you've inspired me. All right? This is not sarcastic.
This is genuine.
This is genuine. People want to hear about the game, positive things. Who's your favourite player that you've ever played with?
Can it be someone I trained with?
Let me just read this. No.
Okay, yes, it's played there, doesn't it? Favorite player I've played with.
There should be a standout. Somebody like, oh, he's so great to play with.
Yeah, there should be, shouldn't there?
You can pick yourself.
I probably Cam Murray when I was playing with him in New South Wales Cup before he debuted, because I was in 20s with him. He debuted at 17, first touch of the ball, scored a 60-metre try. Played against him in Newington versus Scots. So to see his progression, when I was playing with him in 17 and he was 18 years old, he was just burning blokes and running blokes over, scoring tries for fun. So to see his progression, and we were very close then, and to sort of see how far he was going to go, I sort of said back then, I was like, this kid's going to be an Origin player one day. So that was a pretty cool moment, pretty cool experience to be a part of. It would have been nice if it was me, but anyway.
Maybe one day, mate. You never know.
He does look like a guy you want to play with.
Yeah.
He wouldn't change one bit either.
Nah.
Yeah, he
No,
does.
exactly
Seems like one of them dudes.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Very different to you.
Well, he's back this week for the Bunnies.
He's back this week?
Yeah, he's back.
Huge.
That'll be great for them.
In
Mate,
New South Wales, hopefully.
yes, that was a very good answer. Can you beat Cam Murray, mate? Best player, your favourite player to play with?
On the field.
Not off.
No, it could be anything.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, didn't say that, did I?
No, you didn't say that.
Just all over. On the field, off the field,
Can't be
in the
trained with.
pool.
Nah, you know what? I'm going to go a bit left field here, and a guy who was very unassuming, and he was the leader of the football club, Simon Mettering. Yeah, like true professional. I think he played well over 300 games.
Yep.
Like hated spotlight, limelight. Obviously, he's still the captain there, and Ivan made him, I think, captain when Steve Price was still at the club. So he saw his sort of leadership qualities, probably a little bit like Macca, Ken McGuinness, in his dedication to training, not as hardcore as Macca.
Yep.
But he was also good fun off the field too.
Was he?
Yeah, good fun. Yeah, he's from a country town over there called Nelson, and yeah, it was good fun.
Okay.
There you go.
We're usually next to each other on Mad Monday having a laugh, trying to avoid Jimmy Maloney. Ears was screaming.
Round 15. Let's take a look at
LFG.
this. Now, this is where he shines because he brings in little facts and shows that he's destined to be on 360 at some point. Sharks v Dolphins. We've covered it. Do you think we've covered it enough? Do you want to say who you're picking, Sharks v Dolphins, and why?
Yeah, I'm in the room now. So.
Nah, I like the Sharks. I think at home they'll want to, go back to back against them Queensland teams. I think Nico will be up for a massive game.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe only Hazleton out.
He's playing. Why do you think he's injured?
Was he named in the team?
Yes.
Hazleton's not the team. Charlie's just given us.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, so you've actually taken his starting jersey off him?
Yeah, I did last week, yeah.
Oh, he's in the team.
Yeah, no, last week it was just because of intent. Oh. They said they liked intent, and obviously I'm Mr. Intent.
I'll add that to the 5 words. You run with intent.
Oh.
Here we go.
Can't wait for you boys to do Jimmy Maloney's 5 words.
Earworm.
Punish.
Leather skin.
No hygiene.
Yeah.
Ugly.
There you go. You did it. We don't need to do it next week. No, the Raiders, Cowboys. Well, if Jimmy was here, we'd know who he would say. Latsy.
Take it away.
Man, I got some stats here. And I actually find this really interesting.
Statsies from Latsy's.
Yeah.
Ooh, segment.
I've got to get the S's out of it. Stats. I've got to work on my list. Any speech pathologist can help out the brother. So, Raiders are sitting in 5th on minus 37, and then Cowboys are in 12th with minus 26. But Raiders have only scored 256 points versus Cowboys 347. Then Raiders, obviously, defense better, 293, 373. But they've had a few blowout scores, but all their games are close. So if you're a punter, Raiders 1 to 12.
Ooh, Ladbrokes. We are Ladbrokes.
I wasn't talking punting. Oh, yeah, I did. Sorry. Ladbrokes.
That was a nice story.
Raiders. Are you meant to tip teams here or not as a player? No?
Yeah,
No, you can talk about team he likes.
Yeah.
Which team do you like? Don't say who's going to win. Say, I like them.
I like rugby league.
Jimmy Maloney's going to listen. Please don't say
Oh
the
yeah, no,
Cowboys.
I'll back a podcast, mate. I'll back the Cowboys.
No.
Yeah, no, I'll back a friend.
Bro, they're going from 40 degrees
Yeah.
to 5. Man, that is a massive adaptation in terms of temp. I just think they're going to be way too good.
Stat. Rabbitohs, Broncos. Cam Murray is back. That was the big news. Have I stolen? Was that your news then? Did I say that
I didn't have much on that.
Tell us some more stats about point score. That was really cool.
No,
that was mad.
honestly,
That was so good.
Go back and tell us the story about the fin. I was on the edge of my seat.
I could have shortened
I
it.
had the Homer Simpson eyes on.
Yeah, I could have shortened it. That's fair.
Anyway.
How many points did they score? Tell me.
I'm not sure if you're sure, but Latrell's playing in this game.
Yes.
So him and Madge are going to see each other the day after. So big audition for him.
Yes.
But I'm going Rabbitohs in an upset.
Okay.
They're at the outsider on Ladbrokes odds.
Okay.
Let's go.
They're playing at home or in Brisbane?
No, Rabbitohs.
They're playing at Rabbitohs?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Tigers, Titans. Well, we've spoken about the Tigers. Titans there. They're down at the 15th position as well, not going great this year. Latsy, what have you got on them?
They've only won. They played one game there. That was against the Sharks.
Played one
Beat
game
'em.
where, sorry?
At Leichhardt Oval, sorry.
Oh, it's at
Leichhardt
Leichhardt.
Oval. Yeah.
Okay.
Where you give that inspiring speech to John Bateman. So I'm going to go to the Tigers.
Do it every week.
Tigers. Love
Can
it.
we get John Bateman on the line? And I think he stopped playing after that week. It was that inspiring.
I'm going to go to the Tigers as well because it's at Leichhardt and they towered us up at Leichhardt. So
That's fair.
they should do it every week there.
Okay. Warriors take on the Storm. There's some big mail here. Who's coming back?
Munster.
Sean Johnson.
Oh, shit. I nearly cramped.
You're cramping up.
I went for a run this morning. Did I
Oh, did
mention
you?
that?
No. Oh, and you're not drinking at the moment?
No. 60 minutes, tune in.
Yeah, Sean Johnson's back.
Yeah.
Now,
I had a big influence on his career early in the career.
I've heard that in the buy round,
yeah. What did you do
Not
to
much.
SJ?
GMO and his childish sense of humour. I said it when we were having a few beers one night, and I go, man, I remember when Shawnee was younger and we were playing for the Vulcans together. I spent a fair bit of time in reserve grade. You wouldn't believe it. And Shawnee, before he went on to be an NRL star, was like, man, it was like round 3. Just fuck, I'm getting a bit frustrated and hopefully I'll get a crack soon. I'm like, man, you just got to be patient, keep working hard,
Yeah.
A few weeks later in the team, they went to the grand final.
Wow.
I've never heard him mention it publicly, but Sean, give me a shout out, bro.
Jeremy Webster, eh? Wow. That's the
Anyway, Warriors have won 3 on the trot. Storm's form, very patchy, win-loss. So on that, we're going to lose this week. The Stormers, with no Cam Munster, apparently.
Oh, so good.
Sorry, who did you pick then? I got confused.
Warriors. Is it over there?
I forgot you played for them. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah, I know.
Is it over?
There's plenty of Jeremy Lattimore and James Maloney cups every year.
Is it in New Zealand, the game?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to back.
Oh, actually, I wrote Melbourne v Warriors, so
Where's the game?
it's Warriors.
I've got it at Warriors.
yeah, that's what I thought.
I'll go an upset. They always actually play really well with Sean Johnson, so go the Warriors as
Well,
well.
they've been playing pretty well without him. They've won 3 in a row, so
Okay, I want to go with Melbourne.
Yeah,
then.
Tamari Martin.
he's been killing
He's
it.
been killing it.
Yeah.
So-
Is he out of the team now?
I had a big influence
Well,
on
what do
him.
you do?
Chanel. Well, Tim or Chanel.
No, yeah,
There you go.
Murray's
Yeah,
killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, don't yell at me.
Eels v Roosters. Yeah.
Roosters.
Where are the Roosters? They're sitting in 6th. The Eels, well, they're down the bottom 14. What do you got for me, Latsy?
I just think on the weekend, obviously there was all the chat after Origin about Mitchell Moses. I feel like he sort of went quiet in the second half. They started really strong, but the game was there to be won, and he sort of didn't step up and take the bull by the horn. So I think he needs a big game against the top class team in the Roosters. They look really good on paper. Obviously, Brendan Smith out. Connor Watson's been killing it for them though, so they don't really lose anything there. But I think for Mitch Moses, he needs to have a massive game.
Who do you like there? Who do you?
Yeah, I like on the upsets. I'm going to go the Eels as well. What you're saying, to your point, Mitch Moses has to play a massive game, and I reckon even the likes of Junior Paulo and Campbell Gillard, obviously they were Origin players in the past, and they'll be looking for a response too. There's no reason they can't be playing in the side. So
I'd love to see one of them on the bench.
Yeah.
I think we lack one of them sort of experienced leaders, and both them boys bring plenty of impact.
Yep.
Seagulls versus the Dragons. Now, what agenda have the Dragons asked you to push this week?
No, look,
Who do you have to talk up?
Jerry's mail is Shane Flanagan coached there last year, so he's got the inside mail. So he knows how them guys play.
Basketball backwards,
Ex-Manly
football
player
forwards.
Moses Sully killing it.
Yeah.
Dragons in an upset. I just think they've won 2 good games in a row, so they've finally got the second win in a row.
Okay.
Because they've been struggling to do that. So, mate, we haven't won 3 in a row, so hopefully we can go and win that. But I am definitely going the Dragons this week.
Yeah, Manly by 50.
Well, here's the Prof's mail. Luke Brooks walked down my street the other day, and I yelled out, "Brooksy!" And he ignored me. But he looked like he was in a good mood. So,
Mate, you are the ultimate
I know.
Manly name dropper.
You are.
DCE
Yeah, I
and
know.
Bracey at
But
school
also,
pickup.
Bracey,
none of them give me
Waving
the
at
time of
Megan
day.
Barnard.
no, mate, they
None
wouldn't
of
have a clue who I am. Finally, Knights, they take on the Panthers. Panthers off a decent win against Manly. Knights sitting in 13th. Latsy, give us some mail, mate. What do
Mate,
you
don't have
got?
much there. Bradman Best, he's back. Obviously, they're talking about Latrell for Origin. He's sort of the forgotten man. He played really well in the third game last year. Probably was in the driver's seat for that spot before he got injured. So, but I don't know. I think Panthers will be too good. Their team looks really good on paper.
Yeah, how far off is Nathan Cleary from being back?
Probably another 4.
Oh, so he'll miss the last Origin too.
No, just this next one. But you wouldn't rush him in for the
No, you wouldn't for the game three.
Oh, yeah, no, not a hamstring.
Yeah, I like the Panthers. The Panthers are just, geez, man, they're a juggernaut. They're very hard to beat. You have to rock up on, anyone can beat anyone on any given day, but you got to bring your best and then some to topple the reigning premiers. So we go to the Knights.
That is. Do you like? I love Sunday Arvo games in Newey. It's like one of my faves.
Straight out afterwards to King Street.
No, always usually on a bus home, but maybe because it meant more to me because I was from the North Coast.
Yeah,
but
Port Macquarie. I think that's why
yeah,
I didn't.
I love Newey games.
Yeah, I'm not too fussed about it, mate.
Anyway, would you rather? Would you rather?
So to finish, it is Jimmy Maloney's Would You Rather. He's obviously not here this week. He has sent it through to Charlie, and Charlie's now messaged. Sorry, he's messaged it to me. I'm going to play it in advance. Yes, you don't know what this is, do you?
No idea. But I needed you. Like we spoke about it offline, mate. Last week, my sister's gone and thrown me under the bus to my mother and goes, "You need to listen to the podcast on what the Would You Rather was."
Big thanks to Jimmy Maloney for sending this in. I will now press play. And let's all this.
Wait. Let me get me earmuffs.
Yep. Oh, this is the sweet dulcet tones of Jimmy Maloney.
Righto, boys. Sorry I couldn't make the podcast this week, but here's this week's Would You Rather. Would you rather 1 minute or lick the bowl of a public toilet for 1 minute?
Oh, easy.
Easy.
We can,
That's easy. That's
I
not
know
that
it's
bad.
easy, but we
I'm
cannot-
licking the toilet bowl.
Okay. Sure, yeah.
And you're
Toilet
licking the
bowl
toilet
all
bowl.
day, yeah.
Okay, here's what we I'm licking the toilet bowl as well. Charlie, here's what we do in edit. Just cover up what the first thing was.
Yeah.
Because that is rogue. He has a problem. Okay. Thank you, Jimmy Maloney. We'll see you next week for another segment that we edit out. It's fantastic. Great each week. All right. Hey, that was Journeyman. Just a reminder to find us on socials at Journeyman_footy. Big thanks to Ladbrokes. Big thanks to Budgie Smuggler. Get on. Remember, Journeyman. Do the code. You get 23% off. Lads, have you got anything to finish with before we go?
Why is it 23% off? Did we figure that out?
It's because of Michael Jordan. Remember we worked that
And
out?
Shane Warne. Yeah, okay.
And Shane Warne.
No, got nothing.
And Shane Hill.
Well,
Shane Hill.
Zach Lomax started wearing 23 after watching our
Our
episode
podcast.
last week, and
So
he killed
there you
it.
go.
3 tries, 32 points.
There you go.
LFG. I just want to say good luck to my mate tomorrow night.
Thank you very much. Up Cronulla. Get down there at PointsBet Stadium, Shark Park. First time holding the Dolphins. Battle of the Phins. Woo!